All right, so basically, yeah, this is a review on Cassper Nyovest's album. It's called Any Minute Now, but it's acronym. It's in an acronym type of thing. A.M.N. Any Minute Now. The artwork, I believe, is supposed to be of his son. I believe it's his son, of his child. I don't want to get that wrong. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. But yeah, so big up all the new fathers out there. Get me, like wherever you are in the world, big you up. Big up all the new parents in the world as well. Don't let me not disrespect the women here. Get me, because the women are the one that give birth. Get me, they went through the labor. Get me, they went through the process. So yeah. But anyway, there's basically 21 tracks on this album. So there is, some of these I'm gonna mispronounce. All right, so forgive me, because I was born and raised in London, England, UK. Yeah, that's how it is set. And now English is the main language here in it. So like raw, like if I mispronounce some names, mispronounce some words, it is what it is. Because I know some of them is in I don't even use the word South Africa, because South Africa is not a language, but I know. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. All right, so I believe it's Helen featuring Zola 7. Then there's two Whom It May Concern. I know that one. Then there's One of One. Then there's Thoughts featuring Boogie. Then there's Loco. Then there is Endoda. Then there's A.M.N Skit. Then there's Friday Night featuring Something Soweto. Then there's How Does It Feel featuring Anthony. No, my bad, I'm reading too quick. How Does It Feel featuring Langa Mavusu. And then there's Egyptian Cotton. Now this is the one that features Anthony Hamilton. Big up Anthony Hamilton. He's a legend in this thing, you know. A legend. He's a legend. Get me? You know them soulful vibes, them neo soulful vibes. If you know about Anthony Hamilton, you know, bruv. You know. So having Anthony Hamilton on this album, big up Cassper Nyovest. That's a major look there. Not because of his the fact that he's supposed to be American or whatever. It's the fact that he's it's just his status. Do you see what I mean? Like when you can work with artists that have what's the word? That have experience in a game like that, and obviously Cassper is a man, Anthony Hamilton is a man. It's always good to learn from a man. Do you see what I mean? If you're a man, and if you're a woman, it's always good to learn from a woman, because you start to pick up on certain things, and it just makes sense. Do you see what I'm saying? But yeah, then there's Nobody Knows featuring Baz, and then the youngster CPT and Api Sebeketi. I don't think that's Baz from Pete and Baz, but yeah. Then there's Wansu. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Wanisu. And the reason why I believe that's how it's pronounced, because when listening, I'm pretty sure that word was pronounced in the song. So I'm just going based on memory. Because that's another thing. You can't read the word unless you got to learn the actual alphabet in the actual language and dialect, which is interesting about language. Anyway, so there's a song, yeah, and that's just called featuring. Yeah, I think I mentioned that. It's featuring Something and Something Soweto, then Nokofala featuring Bosiswa and Legendary P. Then there's Amodemine featuring Tweezy. Then there's Hypnotized featuring Nadia Nakai. What's that? She had to feature an album. I mean, it was just inevitable. Where was that? So then there's Fikili featuring Phantom Steez. Then there's Esinqua featuring Pro Kid. Then there's Celebrate featuring Teleman and African Gospel Singers. Then there's Bonjin Gose featuring Zola 7. Then there's Good For That. Then there's Naoku featuring HHP. Kula Channel, Mo Lemmy, Tuwedi Mac, and Tooks, DJ Lemonaka. Don't worry about that thumb that you heard. I don't even know what was going on. Maybe someone dropped. Hope they're alright. Get me? Let's not laugh. I know you're trying to laugh. Don't laugh. Get me? Because if they hurt themselves, get me? Because you know how it feels when you hurt your when you fall. Get me? You don't feel right, does it? Get me? Anyway, yeah, the album was cold. I like the album. I like the way he was doing his thing. I think in one particular track, he was speaking on his experience of him being successful to a point where he was having certain problems with some of his friends, and I think it's because of where he is versus where they are and the expectation of trying to help them and all that stuff there, which is interesting. That's always interesting when you reach success and then your friends are not as successful as you are, and it's like sometimes you feel obligated that you must help them, but the reality is you are not obligated to help them. Let's be real about that. I'm not saying that I don't help my friends or anything, or I'm not going to when I reach a certain level of success. But what I'm saying is it's about understanding that sometimes you have to let people go on their own path. You have to let them know, look, I'm here if you need me, but I'm not going to spoon feed you. Do you see what I mean? Like, I am going to, like, I'm here, but you have to go on your path. You have to do what you've got to do. Do you see what I mean? So I feel like, and that's the other thing, is like, with money and success, it's like, you can give people money, but they might not necessarily know how to deal with that money. You can give them money, and some of them may know how to deal with that money. Do you see what I mean? So there's levels to it. There's absolute levels to it, and it shouldn't be a thing where friendship should break up or whatever. But sometimes when the path is done in terms of that friendship, it is what it is. It's life. You got to move on. But yeah, let me not keep this video long. I'm gonna give this album a 10 out of 10. I like the feature with Anthony Hamilton, obviously. I like the feature with Nadia Nakai. I like she's something different, man. She's something different. I don't know to explain it. Her flow is insane, and it's her cadence. It's her cadence that draws me in. Like, her cadence, her delivery, it just draws me in. So, but anyway, obviously I must have mispronounced some words and stuff like that, but that's fine. I'm trying to, me at the Alkebulantrust, well, I say me, but at the Alkebulantrust, what we're trying to do is rebuild the infrastructure in the African and Caribbean diaspora, which does include people in the diaspora to learn their language more, to learn their culture, embrace their culture, and live by the culture, not mix it with the West culture, because at the end of the day, this is how we can rebuild the infrastructure in the African and Caribbean diaspora and solve a lot of problems. The way of a lion can never be the way of a snake. Deep that for a moment. The way of a lion can never be the way of a snake. That's how it goes, because a lion is supposed to be a lion and a snake is supposed to be a snake. Do you see what I mean? A snake eats what a snake eats, and a lion eats what a lion eats. They don't eat the same things. Do you understand? You wouldn't see a flipping lion eat a flipping what do you call it, a beach towel, man. Anyway, listen. What was I gonna say to you? So yeah, the link to the album in the description box below. Go stream that. Go stream that. Go stream that. Because any minute now, your success can rise, but it's gonna be dependent on the fact that you put in the work from now. I just had to throw that in there to let you understand that your now is a very important time. That is the most important time you will ever have, which is the moment of now. So you have to take advantage of that now. Like I said, link to the description box below to watch, to listen to the album. 10 out of 10. Subscribe. Suggest whatever video you want next. And yeah, let's go.